So now we get to the subjective, my own personal opinion about Theeve Tiax trucks. As you can see, this has got a pretty, I like this awesome paint job. I happen to like really colorful stuff. I happen to like colorful boards, colorful wheels, all that sort of stuff. So when I saw these, I was like, oh, that's cool. I like colorful stuff. Let's do this. Now, one of the things I had read a lot about Thieves was the fact that they are very light. And I don't have a scale, so I can't actually tell you how heavy these are or are not. But they are light. And I mean that in a very subjective manner. I would hand other people their boards at the skate park because the board would go shooting off, and I'd hand it back to them. And if they were riding indies, I felt like I was like handing them a 2-pood kettlebell or something. They were heavy. These are not. I had been riding Indy 139, the GC Hollow Reynolds. These are lighter. I know it's a subjective claim because I don't have a scale or something, but they really did feel lighter. Because I'd gone from those independents, the Indy 139s with bones medium bushings, to these. I already had a perfect setup. And I wanted to know if these were any good. I can tell you right now, these turn just wonderfully. I spent an extra $10 on the bones bushings for the independents. These come with them. Comes with the medium bushings anyways, so you got it perfect out the door, which is what I love. They also grind great, okay? I mean, for what I do, because I skate mostly parks, they tend to go really smooth over the metal. They last long because I do skate some curbs. I really don't skate street as much as I used to. But they did grind great. And then they broke. Let me show you. Now, Thieves are actually pretty infamous for the bushings to blow out. They get kind of smushed and deformed, and this isn't even the best one, but I mean, you can see the deformation on them. So I was changing the bushings. I was switching them around. I was doing what I had to do to, you know, make sure they didn't blow out. I don't mind working on my skateboard stuff. I lube and clean my bearings. You know, I put a lot more effort into that stuff. I'm a tinkerer by nature, so for me, it makes sense to do that. Now, for about a week, I had been skating at parks, and I had realized I had like no stability, no pop. My just simple tricks I should have been able to do first try just took forever. I blame myself. I mean, I am a bit older. I am a little overweight. I don't have the best diet, so I was like, okay, it's operator error. This is one of those 5% times where it actually was mechanical failure. This was the back truck. Let's see. The kingpin is like a loose tooth in the truck. Okay. This is the back truck. This is the front truck. This thing is so wobbly. It just like... I don't know, like, I have never, ever had that in my entire life. I have never seen it before. I mean, you could push on the kingpin, it's not coming out. That means it's stuck in there. And, you know, it's stuck in there and it's not coming out. That means that it is in there properly, but it has jarred up against the side so bad that it is shaken loose. I have skated so many different pairs of trucks in my life. I've skated Crux, Grind King, Mike Vallely's company, Destroyer, for the 5 minutes they were around. Like the first 3 versions of Furies. I had the first versions of Tensors and I hated them. So, I have never in my life knocked a kingpin loose inside the baseplate. Ever. I've never even heard of that. This this doesn't make sense to me. Back when I was coming up, we used to actually change out our kingpins because they come with usually grade 3 in the trucks. So we put in grade 5 or grade 7 kingpins. Now they're coming with grade 8s, which is pretty nice. So I've broken a few kingpins in my life. Actually, independent kingpins used to be the worst. Now they're not too bad. But I have never knocked one loose inside the base plate. The worst part about it all was I had only been riding them for about a month. So not only had I never done that before, it happened in the first month of riding them. That really is not supposed to happen. So, of course, I actually do the grown-up thing, because I'm an old person, we do this sort of stuff, and I contacted their customer service. Now, customer service started to piss me off. I would either get a reply in a matter of minutes, like half an hour or less. I believe they're down in Australia, so the time difference and all that sort of stuff. And the guy was at work, and he just happened to, see, oh, new email, read it. And then they started to ignore me. They kept saying they would get me a tracking number, never did. They kept saying, oh, well, they should have been sent out already. They should have been sent out already, because they offered me a replacement pair. And they kept saying it would come quick and all this stuff, and it just kind of got to the point where it's like, really, guys? I'm not going to completely knock them. I have a very misanthropic view of the world. I have a pretty strong disdain for people in general. I am not I'm not a trusting person. Part of that is the Marine Corps. Actually, a big part of that is the Marine Corps. Going to 2 separate fucking war zones and having people try to kill you, and coming back stateside, and realizing how little people give a fuck about you. You kind of realize that nobody gives a fuck about you. And because of that, I kind of have a real, no, don't worry about it, just fuck off attitude. And it really did rear its ugly fucking head in this. I got so fed up waiting that I used a gift card I got for my birthday and bought some Crux trucks. That's how long it took. And I would not have minded, but I wasn't able to skateboard because my old trucks were just worn out. My old pair of Indies, because I gave away the Reynolds trucks to a friend who wanted to start skateboarding again, so hey, I saved him a lot of money and I hooked him up, and I'm proud to have done so. But I had a pair of Stage 9 Independents, and I put those on for a little while. I just wanted to skateboard. And of course, the day after I ordered the Crux, I finally get the replacement trucks in from Theeve. They also sent their attitude with it. Look, I know I'm impatient. I know I'm a misanthrope. I know I can be very nitpicky and very, standoffish. I understand this. I really do. But don't tell me you're going to do something, then don't do it. Here's the thing about it all. For the small amount of time I did ride them before they went down, I loved them. They were the best trucks I had ever ridden. They are objectively very, very high quality. Subjectively, they are very nice to ride. I dare say they're better than Independents. And Independent has always been my favorite truck company. I have never found a truck that I like that much until I started riding the Thieves. I really actually want these trucks to be my favorite trucks ever. I don't know how else to describe it. I just really, really do. I think they make a really good product. They do put a lot of effort into it. They do have some really good ideas on them. They are bringing technology and progress into an industry that does not necessarily like either one of them. But this is a weird thing to have happen. Now, if the trucks are good, and they did send me a replacement pair, it took them a lot longer than they said it would, and my own disdain did get the better of me. Theeve Tiax 5.5s. These are the replacement ones. Let's see how these ones work better than the last ones. But if these trucks are really good, then I could still like the company. There's a few companies out there that I really do like their products but hate the company itself. LaRue Tactical is an easy example of them. I do not in any way, shape, or form support their political ideology. I don't support the fact that they're buddy-buddy with Ted Nugent, but they still make the best optic mount out there. So if these trucks are good, I can easily see myself getting a pair of them again. I really want to try the Thai Kings. But if these ones go down, I'm done permanently. I'm just going to go back to Independence and be happy. This is just part 2 in a multiple part series. I'm going to hopefully in a month have another video for you. The next video will actually have some skateboarding in it. I'm going to start filming stuff with next time I go skating, show you guys what I can and cannot do, how much I suck now, all that sort of stuff. Make it a little bit more interesting. And hopefully in that month, these trucks don't go down like the first pair did. I don't know. I'll keep you guys informed though, alright? I really do hope this pair is better. I really want these trucks to be the ones for me. I really like what the company's doing. Talk to y'all again soon.